Welcome back to the From Harvard with Love podcast. I am your host, Harvey World Drizzy, and we got a special one for you today. Today on the second installment of the From Harvard with Love podcast, season 23, we have a new segment I'm starting I like to call TikTok Foolery. So, as you guys may or may not know, I've recently, finally decided to go on over to the TikTok. And, Unc old, man. So it took me a while to come around to it. I haven't yet made any TikToks of my own, but that's what this segment here is going to be dedicated to doing. I'm going to find interesting TikToks that I find over the week and put together a collage, and we're going to break them down here. So it's something, to keep the content flowing. It's something I think that'll be entertaining, something we can have fun with. Nothing too serious. It's going to be a lot of, come on now, it's TikTok. Y'all been on TikTok. So, without further ado, I'm going to just go ahead and we're just going to start it right off. So I got about 5 TikToks here that I got lined up for us today. We're just going to go through. We're going to break them each down one by one, and then I'm going to get out of y'all here. Without further ado.
Look at what the fuck a narcissist is, right? Because I'm tired of it.
Narcissist.
A narcissist, which requires medical diagnosis. These symptoms include excessive need for admiration, disregard for others' feelings, an inability to handle any criticism, and a sense of entitlement. Now, who the fuck does that sound like?
Hey, fellas, that sound like who that sound like? Who that sound like to you? It sound like the people that's always calling us the narcissists. Every time I look up, it's another female saying that, he was a narcissist. my boy Alan Obi over We Need to Talk say he wasn't a narcissist. You were an idiot. You were an idiot. See, the skill, and that a narcissist has, usually they're pretty smart people as well, charismatic and all this. That's not what you're getting tricked by. You're not getting tricked by a narcissist. He reads on the 3rd grade reading, 4th grade reading level. Can't read nothing out loud. Read with his finger. He was not a narcissist, ma'am. You were hot and ready. That's it, Little Caesar. That is it. You can say it. You can call it whatever you want, but it is what it is. And the sad part is, it's funny that women always call the men narcissists, but in my own experience, and y'all can leave a comment a comment below if I'm wrong, if you can articulate this, but most of the time, women have no clue what men want. They have absolutely no clue what men want. And that's more narcissistic than anything. We are raised to find out how to treat a woman. You never hear them talk about how to treat a man. They don't know what we want. That's why when we try to tell them what we want, they shame us. They shame us. You try to tell them that we want this. We don't want hoes. Yes, y'all do. We don't want fat broads. Yes, y'all do. Everything is beautiful. How you gonna tell me, ma'am? How you gonna tell me now? Look, men will take what they can get. They will take what they can get. But maybe listen, especially not to all men. Maybe just listen to the men, the quality of man that you might want, ladies. I'm just saying, we telling y'all we want you to be in shape. We telling you, we giving you the blueprint. Y'all don't want to hear that. What we got
I have a great time. And then one day she's like, I'm sick. I'm like, okay, well then instead of us going on a date and then, us hooking up afterwards, I'm going to come over and take care of you. And they're like, no, I don't have any makeup on. And I'm like, you are the one that doesn't get chose. Like in my mind, I'm just thinking, you can't provide this. Like, hey, can we just sit in my apartment while I work on my editing this podcast?
Yeah.
And you sit with your head in my lap and you can edit photos or do whatever you need to do, and we can just be quiet together. No, I can't do that. I have to do this. I have to go to this party. What? And I'm like, you cannot provide me peace, so we can date, but you're never, ladies, listen to me.
We know what date mean, right? Pump and dump, fellas. Pump and dump. Ain't no peace there. Like, that's another, I was just saying, we tell y'all what we want, and you tell us what you're going to give us. You tell us, this is what you need. This is what you want. Men have been saying for the longest time, screaming from the mountaintops, give us peace and we'll give you everything. Then, of course, beauty is implied. We want that. But before we even want that, we want peace. Y'all always wonder, how did this regular girl or whatever y'all want to call her, how did she get this guy? How come you see all of these high-powered actors, these critically acclaimed actors, married to what they would say, not the lookers. You know why? Because that person, that woman, that man, that guy, that girl, they bring them peace. Peace is worth it. When you have everything else in life, man, the one thing that you gonna want is peace. We begging y'all for that, and y'all refuse to give it to us.
If you can't provide, the reason why you're not getting chose is because you don't provide peace. And I'm not saying I don't need you to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. That is not what I'm talking about. No. I just mean, can we sit there
and those days are over. That's another thing that we need to get off. The days of being a kept woman sitting at home. That all of these the new women, the modern woman, you will be the working kept. The working kept. You're not, and this is the thing, you're gonna have to work. And so that means that the dynamics of the relationship has changed. And guys, we need to understand that. We need to understand this as well. You can't have a girl getting home at the same time you getting home from work and expect her to have that dinner cooked every night. That's not fair. You feel me? I mean, like if y'all taking weeks or whatever works for you, but that's what I'm getting into. With the new relationships, y'all gotta go modern. It's modern times. We need modern problems deserve modern. They require modern solutions. And so if we're not in the traditional, nobody's traditional anymore. The woman is not the traditional woman anymore, and the man is not the traditional man anymore. Y'all ain't building cars from the ground up in houses and all of that shit. That ain't what's going on no more. So what we need to understand is that now we dillying up the task. We got to make sure that this thing is equal. I'm not saying 50-50. Like I say, I don't even believe in 50-50 still to this day. Even though it's not, the traditional days are over, I still believe in paying the cost. I believe in a man paying the cost. Call me misogynistic, whatever the hell you want to call me for that. But I just feel like as a man, you should want to reward your girl, your woman, the one who chose you. She shouldn't have to worry about where she lay her head. She shouldn't have to worry about her half on the rent. If you truly love her, you take that burden. As many burdens as I can take away, that's what I'm here for. But that's if you have the right woman. So of course, a lot of y'all, the 50-50 boys, is because they don't trust you, they don't know you, they getting to know you, blah 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 blah. But y'all, we doing a whole lot too early. We moving in too early. We jumping into relationships too early. We just doing everything too early. It's modern times. We need to slow this shit down. Y'all need to stop this fucking in 24 hours or less. This microwave pussy shit. You got to stop that. That got to stop.
And you not interpret me looking at my phone as me not wanting to be with you. We're just quiet together for a little bit.
Come on now. Sounds peaceful, blissful.
Pearl keeps it real about feminism.
It's really about women wanting special privileges and treatment at the expense of men often. And I think it's alive and well, sadly. I think life is easier if you're a girl. I think there's a lot of benefits that men don't have. I'm not going to speak anything to race. I'm just talking about gender specifically. It's usually like an excuse. Like honestly, I think as a girl you have equal opportunity in the world. I think there's benefits, like for example, we have quotas for women in specific jobs that are given to us that aren't given to men. So yeah, I would say it's easier being a girl.
That ignores a lot that I'm a woman with a disability. So there's a lot stopping me that you don't have to think about.
I'm talking about as a woman.
So the barriers, right, that we constantly ignore that are very much systemic and microaggressive, right? We see them and experience them every day.
Like what? In the US, like what?
What would you like to know an example of?
I know you said that there's like barriers. I want to know what barriers in the U.S. today as a woman.
Well, as a woman or as a woman of color? Let's be specific.
As a woman. I said as a woman.
Well, no, I can't answer as a woman.
I can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
You see why we call it TikTok foolery? She's sitting up there, 280 pounds, all muscle. You see what I'm saying? And they gonna move the goalposts. One girl, she had to throw in disability. I got disability, so I have even more. I can't just talk. Then the other one, she want to use color, my favorite. Oh, I'm black. Well, I got some melanin, so life is even harder for me. They really want to diminish Pearl because, one, she's a white woman of privilege. Her dad is in the top like 0.5%. He's a big spender, big high earner. If you will. And so because she comes from that, it's I believe it's the concept, it's the philosophy of punching up. They believe that because she's a white woman and she comes from privilege, that she don't get to say, she don't get to speak on these issues, which is unfair. I admire the work she's done. She's put out thousands of videos in just a year. 2022 was her year. She took it and she took the business. She took off with it. She put the money back into the business and was able to get these interviews, the equipment that it takes. You know, she changed venues a few times. She's lining the pockets of many. She has employees. She's a model citizen when it comes to this YouTube thing. So like, to hate on her is just kind of asinine, if you ask me. But the reason that they want to hate on her is because they don't believe she's agreeing with men. You are automatically going to be an enemy of women if you are agreeing with us. But our logic over here is sound, ladies. If you come over and you actually listen to what we're saying, you will realize that the logic is actually sound, and we don't hate you. We actually love you. We wish that you would listen to us. I say it all the time. Come on home to your man, ladies, especially black women. Come on home to your man. The issue is you flying under the guise of a strong black woman. You are strong, but how did you get strong? You got strong from struggling. Point blank, period. That's where strength comes from. You going in the gym, you're going to get them muscles big by struggling. And yes, y'all are strong because you've been struggling for a long time. You struggled through your childhood a lot of the times. You struggled through adulthood, and you're struggling now. And you're struggling because you're alone. A loving, competent, capable man would make your life better. But you're so busy running around screaming about how you don't need one, you won't get one. It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
So I was kicking it with these two chicks, and they was having a conversation like protect all women, protect black women, you know, believe all women.
They gonna tear the good brother up. You got the bull news ring. They finna call him all type of homosexuals anyway, you know. But hear him out. His logic is sound. I might not agree with his delivery, but his logic is kind of sound.
That conversation now for me, so I just, you know, zip it. You know what I'm saying? They was like, "You relatively quiet today." I was like, "I know, I know." It was like, "Wow." I said, "Because if I get to this conversation, you're not gonna like my answer." They're like, "Wow, for real? You don't believe all women?" I said, "No, I don't even believe all people." So
period.
That's out the window. They was like, "Well, you wouldn't protect us if we was in an altercation." I said, "Well, it depends." Like, what altercation are we talking about? They was like, say if we got to it with a dude and, you know, we going back and forth, but you step in to protect us. I said, well, it depends, because, you know, if y'all going back and forth, that means you feel like you could beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, I mean, I don't talk crazy to nobody I feel like I can't whoop. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you gotta weigh the situation. The probability is not gonna be in your favor. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I'm genuine.
Hey, so, but this is the thing. He got a point, man. Like, this macho man shit it get black men killed all the time, probably every day. Trying to be macho man Randy Savage behind a disobedient, uncouth, unruly woman. You a fool, fam. You a fool. It's a reason why they used to have a saying to act ladylike. Ladies didn't slap men. Ladies didn't curse men out. My wife, you know, now look, she got a mouth on her. She can get with it, but you know who she won't use it on? Another man. You know why? She got me. She's quick to tell you that. I'm gonna call my husband. She quick to tell you that. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm gonna call my husband. What's the purpose? That's not ladylike, and it's hard to defend that. Like when a woman has been so disrespectful to another full-grown man, and you know for a fact that you as a full-grown man wouldn't have probably disrespected that man or that, because as Kevin Samuels used to say, there was a low-level threat of violence at all times in the dealings of men. You disrespect a man, he might punch you in your damn mouth. That is always on the table. It's just a fact. You're going to have to show some type of respect.
Nobody tells you about marriage. The brutal truth. A man offers provisions and protection from the moment he says, I do. This is his duty, and he does not deviate, deprive, or withhold it from his partner. It is consistent. A woman offers beauty, loyalty, and sexual exclusivity from the moment she says, I do. This is her duty, and she will deviate from it from time to time, regardless of a man's consistency. Every month, a man pays bills. He does not take a break. Every month, a woman cooks and cleans. She will take breaks. Every day, a man secures his home. He does not take a break. Every day, a woman maintains looks, beauty, and health. She will take a break. When a wife turns sex into privilege and withholds it, he does not take a break. When a woman lets herself go and become lazy, he does not take a break. When a woman goes into menopause and no longer wishes to sexually please her man, he does not take a break. When a wife and husband argue and fight and separate, they both may cheat. He does not take a break. A woman completely shuts off access from the time of separation up until divorce. If a man take a break, all will perish. If a man isn't consistent, all will fail. So let's stop questioning men who exercise their options.
Hey, but now let's unpack that now. You know, I'm not the exercise and options guy. I believe that to each his own. Like in today's, if you can broker that deal with a woman, and that comes from you got to have leverage for that. Like, this is the thing, they'll put up with whatever as long as you make it worth their while. But he's absolutely correct in the fact that what a man brings to a relationship, I have to bring it every single day. I cannot take a break. The rent, the mortgage, the taxes is due, insurance is due. These things are due. They're gonna have to be. It's gonna be catastrophic failure. It's gonna fail. If I don't do it, I'm doing. But you're gonna come home and your wife is gonna be tired one night or 2 nights or 3 nights out the week. She's not gonna feel like cooking, and that's gonna be fine. She's not gonna feel like having sex, and that's gonna be fine. She's not gonna feel like getting dressed up for you, and that's gonna be fine. The things that you must do it all the time. You cannot take a break. And I'm not saying that women don't deserve to take a break. And like I said earlier, these new relationships are totally different than what we're used to. So it's just, I saw it was on Facebook. It was, and I'm paraphrasing because I can't say it word for word, but it was basically like, why don't men just leave when they're unhappy? It's weird. And everybody, of course, turned it into infidelity. That's where they went with the meme. That's what they took out of it. But they said unhappy. It didn't say anything about infidelity. Of course, they were implying that he was unfaithful. He stayed and was unfaithful. But the thing is, a man being unhappy isn't that important to that man, because happiness is a fleeting feeling that comes from within. We are in charge of our own happiness. If you are the man that you want to be, you are happy. If you are that guy, you are happy. If you are that woman, you are happy. Typically, I mean, maybe there are some cases where that's not, but I don't know how not. When you've made it to who you are and you are doing things right, you can look yourself in the mirror because you've made the right decisions. You'll be happy. And so your family is more important than your happiness, women. I'm sorry to tell you that. But men, we understand that inherently, the real men. Now, because I know a bunch of y'all going to throw at me the Pookies and the Ray Rays. My answer is going to be the same with them all the time. Stop allowing them access to you. Vet them properly. Is probably, you can vet them in one question. What is your purpose? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? If he don't have a plan for you, he don't have a plan for himself. He don't have a plan for you guys. He don't have a plan for you. You don't fit in. He hasn't even planned his own shit out. That's a red flag. It's the red flag. So like I said, if you can broker this deal of being able to exercise your options in an honest way, I'm all for it. I'm going to tell you this, though. It's going to be a hard pill to swallow, a hard bridge to cross for most, and impossible for some. Just a fact. If you already been in a relationship, it's like being in a 360 deal, and then you trying to go back to the record label and tell them, hey, I'm trying to get some of my masters, some of my royals. I want to be able to. No. That ain't how it works. I got you in a 360, nigga. Give me my 6 albums. That's how they are. So that just is what it is. But if you guys, that's all I got for today. If you guys like this type of content, let me know. I'll try to keep it out. You know, it's what we on 20 minutes right now. So it's slightly shorter than our usual content, because let's be for real, the interview content is going to go over. It's going to be an hour and some change for the most part. And so we'll have that at least once a week. In the meantime, between time, we can do these. So we're gonna do the TikToks. I'm gonna find other segments to do. But y'all stay tuned, keep it locked. I need you to like, comment, subscribe. You heard? Like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. It's free. The likes is free. I need it. What the Po Man podcast say? I need the HBO special. HBO special. You know what I'm saying? Help a brother out. But until next time, peace.
Guys. Just me, my lady, I don't need no guys. Hand squad. Just me, my lady, I don't need no guys. Headed to the top, I don't need no ride. I'm so fly, how fly is he? I can stop now, let the beat just ride.